When I was a kid, I used to set up the DVR to record every single episode of Danny Phantom. So I would get up at like 7 or 8 in the morning and there'd be 20 episodes in the DVR, and so I would spend my day watching them. And then while I was watching them, there would be more episodes recording. So the next day I could get up and I could watch more Danny Phantom. So I have seen every episode at least 10 times.
I mean, it was one of the few shows I watched as a kid growing up, like one of the only few cartoons. It was just that one show that would, anytime it was on, I would just watch it. That and Ben 10 was probably like it,
When I was a kid, Danny Phantom was like my favorite show in the world, and Sam was like my favorite character because like she's just like, she seems so strong and like secure with herself, but you know, she always has that like soft spot for her friends, and that just like really spoke to me.
Danny Phantom had to be one of my favorite childhood TV shows growing up, you know, always will be. When it comes to Tucker and now going into college alongside two of his best friends that he's known for years now, basically forever, this is a new ball game for Tucker, you know. It seems a bit of a challenge to him, you know, considering this is not high school anymore. We're going into college. This is totally new to him, you know. As far as being able to handle it, this is very questionable, but you know, he believes that he can handle it, you know. It's just it's a bit of a stressful situation, but he believes he can do it, you know, alongside Danny. You know, he has great faith in Danny, always has one.
I grew up watching Danny Phantom, and it was a lot of fun. I've always loved the show. So when you guys came to me with the script, and I was actually really excited to read it. When I did finally get to read it, it was awesome. I loved every bit of it. I felt like it kind of stuck to the main way the show was written in a way. Like, you know, there's a new ghost, Danny's kind of, I mean, plus it's different because now they're older, so we have more of a dynamic in that. We've got some things, you know, that are about to come out in this that I think the show never really got to play off of, but I'm really excited to see what that will do.
it felt like an episode when I was reading the script, and I think that's all it should be. It shouldn't try to be something completely different, because then fans would just be like, why did you ruin my childhood? But it also had that, it adjusted to the setting that it was in, just like the characters did, and I felt like that was the neatest part for me reading it. It was just like, oh crap, like it is grown up but still like the show at the same time.
The screenplay was super interesting. I loved how it took, you know, those elements from the original show and kind of like molded it to be more modern, more aimed at the people who watched the show when they were little but are now older, a lot like the characters have grown.
My first reaction when I read the script for Going Ghost, nothing but excitement followed. You know, as I went through it, it just got intriguing as I went through, and you know that's very rare with certain stories. And after I was finished, I couldn't believe that I was actually playing Tucker. You know, this is an amazing story, and I'm so blessed to be able to portray one of my favorite characters of the series. And this is it's very awesome, and I cannot wait for the film. I can't express it enough. I cannot wait for this film, and I believe you guys are gonna love it.
I mean, we all got together and we said, this is what we're gonna do. We wanted someone darker, so we wanted to go with something a little bit more on the, you know, aggressive side. We want someone who takes pleasure in everyone's pain. I'm ready to get into costume. I'm ready for everything. I can't say anything. I don't want to spoil it, but it's gonna be pretty badass.
So if you could donate to this project, it would really mean the world to us, because we want to make this great. We want to have fun with it, and we want to make it come out to the best that it could possibly be. And even if it's $5 to $100, it means the absolute world to us. The film will hopefully be coming out around September of 2017, and we hope that you guys are just as excited to see it as we are. Thank you.
You should all donate, share, subscribe. This movie is going to be such an amazing project. I'm so excited to work on it, so you should be too.
Disease and Phantom, gonna catch them all. Disease and Phantom, gonna catch them all. Disease.